Hey, morning, guys. Shoot, I'm just out here waking up. I don't know if y'all know, but I've been choosing to live out of my truck because it turns out I'm hard up for a place to live. I thought, well, that's just what it is. I was thinking to myself, I don't have my home in order, I don't have my house in order. So, what I've been up to is instead of working all day, working like 90 hours a week to come home to a crappy roommate situation or living situation where I'm really worn down at the end of the work day and at the end of the work week, not having any single days off. I'm just coming home, and then there's some bum, some other little frick who just works on sitting on their ass all day and just bumming and begging or nitpicking or harassing and stuff like that. And when you're on the level of working like 90 hours a week, little things like a shower that lasts longer than 6 minutes is a freaking vacation, man. That's a reward. And coming home and taking a shower, not to work and scrub off the dirt, but to actually take a shower and be able to relax and sit down for a minute, have time to compose. That's a really cool thing. Now, as I said in my last video, there's a lot of things I've learned, a lot of things I know, and I go about things in a roundabout way. Just because I'm hard up on a place to live doesn't mean I actually realize that. Pretty happy. I go to sleep by myself now. I wake up by myself. If I want to take a shower, I got friends enough who definitely let me shower and stuff like that. Freaking, I don't have to sleep with them. I don't have to sleep at their place. And when I do get a place to sleep, normally I sleep on the ground or in a backyard or something like that, or even in my truck, That's alright by me. And so I was just making this video to show you something. And what I've been doing and following on now is eating seeds. I thought I'd bring that up. And also, I've been pretty happy, man. Sleeping in the truck, waking up by myself, working still. I still work like 90 hours a week. I get paid like twice a week. I got a lot of money in my wallet. Normally people ask what smells so good, and I say that's my money in my wallet. That's just me that smells good, because as far as I'm concerned, cash in the wallet is like cologne for a man. You can definitely smell dirt money, man. That money's had people's oils on it and stuff like that. Here I am in my truck, and this has been my breakfast here. I've got asparagus, I got beets, I got cheese, I got 3 types of grapes, red, black, and green. And I already ate the beet, but this is what a beet looks like. I just eat raw beets. I really like them. Reminds me of that movie with the Game of Thrones where that chick's eating the heart of the dragon or the goat. And she's getting blood all down her face, and I just began a whole bunch of, beet juice running down my face. And I'm like, yeah, I'm just like that chick who plays with her hands and walks around all weird and strange and stuff. And I'm like, that's pretty cool. So I've definitely been much happier, because ever since I got to Tucson, I'd been busting my butt, working so much and paying so much to live in such a junky place. Now, the other thing I was going to show you, let's see if I've got it here. I should have this prop handy. I do. As a matter of fact, I do. Now, as I said, we totally got to be the change we want to see. And I've totally been the change that I am. And I see the change in myself. I see the way that it makes change for me. And welcome to my home for the moment. It's a freaking awesome little house. I got my bedroll back there and whatnot, pajama pants, whatnot. Another thing is, I even got little baby pumpkins, and I'll go into showing you the pumpkins later on, because these pumpkins right here, man, I'll show you how I eat them. I actually do eat pumpkins straight raw, and the cool thing about that is, last year around this time when I was homeless like I am now, and I'll tell you what, whether I'm homeless or I'm working and I have a home, I'm home less the more I work, and then when I'm homeless, I'm still like home a lot less than anyone else, because I'm always out working and busy and running around and moving. That's just like my lifestyle and how I am. You know, I ain't got time to play like the crackhead card or the homeless card or the bum card. That stuff, that just doesn't ever vibe for me, man. I mean, I got better things to do. Homeless people come up to me all the time asking me for money, and I'm like, I ain't got no free money, man. You know, they'd be at the gas station like, you got money? I go, we all got money here, man. That's why we're here, you know? We're getting gas. I mean, everyone here's got money. I'll try and spin it around and be like, if you ain't got no money, man, you're poor, man. You can't talk to me. Other people, they'd be like asking for my lighter, and I love telling them no, because I'm like, you see this lighter? I bought this lighter to color coordinate and match with my pants or my clothes. And I've always been very big on finishing what I start. And normally if I take a lighter out of my pocket to light something like a smoke, my plan is to light that smoke and smoke that smoke and finish smoking that smoke, you know, finish what I start before I move on to the next game plan. And never in that game do I ever plan on sharing a lighter or associating with someone who doesn't have fire. I mean, we're living in like the age of Tic Tacs and Pop Rocks. You know, I mean, there are sodas in plastic bottles here. If you don't have fire or a lighter, please don't associate with me, man. If you can't color coordinate your lighters to your wardrobe, or if you can't be prepared enough to have like a box of free matches that come from any gas station, any casino, any club like that, that is just like pretty pathetic, and you're probably like a piece of trash or something like that, or just some bumming idiot. And I am not trying to associate with you guys. You know, there just ain't no reason for me to mess with you. Now, I'm not as dressed to the T's and the nines as I was last night, but I am still like, you know, comfortable and stuff and whatnot. And I just did have that other lighter that was pretty cool. Pretty cool, but, you know, let's see what I got here. Let me see, you know, I mean, where is that other lighter? It looks like I just dropped it, moved it around, or all in all, I just didn't pick it up. But I'm going to show you these lighters, man. Look at this, man. Let's see. No, I must have picked it up and lost it already. Let's see. Is it on my lap? Did I sit down on it? See where she's at. Did I put it in my pocket? I don't know where that other lighter is. Oh, it's on my pants. Right there. But, you know, check this out. I got this lighter, which is really nice. I got this lighter here, which is really nice. I got this one because I love spiders and black widows. They're really cool. I got this one because this one actually matches the packs of my smokes. Like, you know, it's a nice turquoise. And as you can see, I got that and this, and they really, really do blend together. And the pink is eye-catching too. You know, it's like roses and flowers. So, I've got a plethora of lighters here. And they're mementos, and they're cool things. And they're really, really cool. They match my wardrobe. They serve their purpose. But I didn't buy any of these lighters to share with anyone. I didn't buy any of those babies right there to be like, yeah, you know, my plan was to go out and buy a lighter to give you free flames. Or free lights. Nah, I don't do that. Yeah, that's some happy gas I'm blowing out the frickin' gassery. So, here's what I remember now. The only reason I brought up like this video right now, and the only reason I'm talking to y'all is because that Leonardo da Vinci guy who died before he got to document all the stuff he knew, you know, and that quote about we got to be the change we want to see. Well, I've been that change that I want to be, and the best way I can get it across to people I love, like my mom, my dad, my friends, family, sisters, brothers, cousins, buddies, and random people I care for, you know, is not necessarily going to be a direct route in telling them what's up. It's more like random people like you who are going to like catch on to some of my ideas or give them a shot or, you know, reflect on this stuff, experience some of the stuff I've experienced, or just copy me. And the way these things work is it's a wave. It's a wave, like, you know, basically you guys will be the pebbles that hit the water pond and start the ripple effect. And once you have some revelations or, you know, epiphanies and stuff, and you realize some of the stuff I know works, and you change and you start doing that stuff, you're not going to go backwards. Once you learn something that's better, you're not going to be like, okay, I switched from cheeseburgers to fruit juice, and I realized that I saved weight, you know, got skinnier, smarter, felt better, and healthier. I think I'm just going to go ahead and switch back to, you know, burgers and fries and go back to like a junky lifestyle again and feel like crap. Nah, once you learn something, it's pretty much you can't unlearn it, you can't go back. And not necessarily the people I love are actually going to care about learning stuff from me. Some random Joe on here, or some random, you know, Jane like you, is going to do this stuff, brag about it, it'll catch on to different people, not necessarily the people you want it to catch on to, but it'll start a ripple effect, and it'll just wave out, and word will get back to, like, people in my circles, and they'll be like, oh my gosh, that came from this guy, I know that guy, I could totally copy that stuff even quicker or better than you have, and blah, blah, blah. They're like, I'm in, you know, and so, you know, that's the way I'm going about this change thing, and that's the only reason I'm branching out with these videos, documenting, like, my life and things I do that I know works. Now, the interesting thing is, what piqued my interest to actually start this video today is I'm always thinking about starting videos, but I don't have a chance because normally I'm working and I'm covered in paint and I'm getting paid to do other things. But while I was sitting out here just smoking, I noticed this here ant pile. Now, the interesting thing about these little buggers right here, and I don't know if you can see them, but you're about to. These little ants. That one just got blown away in the wind. I seen him go flying. But they built these little domes and these little holes, and I call them like, I renamed them. I call them like, you know, Happy Peace or something like that, or Happy Peace, whatever, who knows. But like Adam and Eve in the book, I'm going out like Adam, and I'm renaming all the animals and critters that I meet, because as far as I'm concerned, they're my pets. I just don't have to feed them or care about them or water them or, you know, take them to the emergency room. I'm never going to take an ant to the vet and be like, yeah, this ant antenna is like, you know, snapped and we need to surgically like attach this antenna to an ant, you know. So these are just like pets of mine, and I can rename the subspecies in general, and it's like a memory game, so it's really cool because things like names for creatures and stuff like that, that's all been passed down to us and, you know, really driven into our memory cores. Like an ant's an ant, a dog's a dog, a bug's a bug, spider's a spider, bird's a bird. But I freaking, you know, just like canceled out that book and I'm rewriting it for myself. Now here's a tight ass little blend that I make for myself. This is like a seed blend. And the point about seeds is, if you look at something like these Pringles right here, and you eat them all up, and you take a dump and you bury that dump, you bury that shit, you know, it's not gonna grow. There ain't nothing coming out of it. That's dead food. It's not alive. It's not nutritious. I mean, it's just pretty much like cardboard. You look at these seeds and grapes and, this cheese and stuff like that and those beets. There's no seeds in those grapes and those beets and that cheese. So, I mean, it's basically like, milk that's not going to age, that's been, like, cured or something. The grapes, I look at them as little tiny water bottles that are, like, time release, and I can eat them. And, it gives me some moisture and some sugar or whatnot. The beets, like the red juice that I like in there, the iron or not. And, I think, like, little dyes in our blood and system sort of change, like, the hues and pigments of our skin. And it's healthy. It's definitely healthier eating that than Pringles chips. But regardless, even if I do eat this meal and I frickin' bury a load, nothing's going to grow out of it. If you eat burgers, nothing's going to grow. So if you think about strawberries and you think about maybe blueberries and you think about grapes with seeds and you think about prickly pear cactuses, that tuna stuff, and those seeds, and basically anything with seeds that you eat and digest, what goes on in your digestive tract is those things are alive, and seeds are really alive, They've got like a little binary code in them that signal when it's time to start growing or time to start curing or time to start, doing that process where they germinate and they get ready to grow. So I make a nice seed mix here, and I add all types of seeds like rose seeds and apple seeds, and maybe not apple seeds, but I add like, all the kinds of seeds I can think of. And I get like 100 pounds of seed blend, and I just go ahead and I take like a mouthful of these seeds, swallow them, and I figure the seeds in my belly, they totally, what I've noticed is they do affect nature and life, because we've got a symbiotic relationship with all plants on this planet. You want to know who was here before the dinosaurs? The grass, the trees. And they've got a nervous system just like we do, like an electrical system, and we breathe the air, they breathe the oxygen and whatnot, produce stuff for us. And I can tell you what, just like a pregnant creature or a pregnant mother or a pregnant baby, or, maybe not a pregnant baby, but like anything pregnant, like a pregnant lizard or a chicken, anything that's got something alive in its belly is kind of like a mother. And other things can pick up and sense that stuff. Even if you just got a belly full of seeds and you're a man, it's still like you're pregnant, because the plants